This may be an option or idea for you in using and preserving those end-of-season green tomatoes this coming year. I'm Tess, and today I will show you how I make and can my pickled green tomatoes. Stay tuned. When we had the opportunity to visit Katz Deli in New York, we would always order the side of pickled green tomatoes. Along with the huge, rich pastrami and corned beef sandwiches, the tomatoes were a nice, surprising sour tang and palate cleanser. They were quite an inspiration, and I've been making and canning my own pickled green tomatoes for the past 5 years, and we just love them. I serve them with chicken wings, any type of sandwich, burgers, or hot dogs. They really make a refreshing side dish. I am honored to be part of this year's Canuary collaboration, and thank you to Lisa at USDA'S for including me. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and please check out my many homemade recipes and water bath and pressure canning tutorials. The Canuary collaboration is hosted by Lisa and sponsored by 4JAR's Canning Lids, who is offering some wonderful prizes. You have a chance to enter the giveaway, so stay tuned and I will give you more details later in this video. I filmed this video this past fall when I harvested the last of my green tomatoes. I grew about 4 different varieties, and this is what I have left. I cleaned them real well, and I just cut out any small bad marks. I'm using wide-mouth quart jars, and my rule of thumb in the size of the tomatoes is, if they fit down through the wide mouth, then they are in the pool. In order for the pickling brine to penetrate the tomato, I like to make small cuts around the top with a small knife. I'm using the typical simple brine of 1 cup of water, 1 cup of 5% white vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of pickling salt. Bringing this to a boil in a pan and then turning off my heat. You can make as much of this brine as you need, depending on how many jars of tomatoes you have. This is where you can really put a twist on the taste. At Katz Deli, they make the pickled green tomatoes pretty basic. They have a nice tangy, soured, pickled, non-spiced taste. I played with the spices over the years, and we have our favorites, but it depends on your taste buds. I sterilized all my jars, lids, and rings, and I have the water heating for the water bath canning. For the mild pickled green tomato version, I add 1 teaspoon each of whole black peppercorns and mustard seeds. In go the green tomatoes, and I like to try to put a variety of sizes in the jars. You want to fit in as many tomatoes as you can, but you don't want to overcrowd or jam into the jar. You want those spaces in between the tomatoes, and that's important in the canning process. If you wanted, you could also cut the green tomatoes in halves or quarter sections. They are really good, but we like the texture of the whole tomatoes. One of my family's favorite spice versions is the whole peppercorns, mustard seeds, some whole garlic cloves, and some whole red chili peppers. These pack a ton of flavor. They have a sour tang with a zingy, spicy note. I am sure you can think of some other spices you would like to add. If you like, share some of your ideas and suggestions in the comments below. I have tried dill, sugar, onions, and jalapenos. Once I have all the spices and tomatoes in, I'm filling up the jar with my hot brine. I'm filling up to a 1/2 inch headspace, making sure all the tomatoes are covered. Don't forget to debubble with a plastic knife. This is an important step in the canning process and in making sure that you have a good seal. Cleaning off the jar rims with a white vinegar cloth. Placing on the lids and rings finger tight. This is a good time to mention that this video is part of a Canuary collaboration hosted by Lisa at USDA'S and sponsored by 4JAR's. I am part of 15 YouTube channels that are participating in this Canuary collaboration, and I will list their channels and links in the description box below. Everyone will be contributing 2 canning videos throughout the month of January, and I am so excited to see what everybody is making. The company 4JAR's Canning Supply has been very generous and is sponsoring this Canuary collaboration. They offer quality canning lids and other products. I will leave a link to their website in the description box below. And the fantastic part is you have a chance to win some great prizes and this is how it works. There will be a video uploaded daily in the month of January. When you leave a comment in any of the participating Canuary videos, you will be automatically entered for the prizes. Lisa at Sutton's Days will be announcing the winners at a live finale on January 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have an interest in preserving food and canning, please check out the other participating channels. They all offer so many good ideas, information, and life experience. And I think it's especially important to have this knowledge in these struggling times and the need to preserve food for your family and friends. The key is preserving what you like and what you eat, and I am sure you will get a ton of ideas from these channels. I'm using my pressure canner to water bath can these 5-quart jars. It's the perfect size and it's just as easy for me. I have my canning rack on the bottom and my water heating. I also put a splash of white vinegar in the water to decrease mineral deposits on the jars. My heat is on high and I'm bringing this up to a full boil. I'm adding in more hot water to make sure that the jars are covered with 1.5 to 2 inches of water. Once at a full boil, I will cover and start my processing time. At my altitude, the processing time for pint and quart jars is 20 minutes. You will need to check and adjust the time according to where you are located. Once the processing time is up, I shut off my heat, take the cover off, and let them cool 5 minutes before removing from the canner. Placing the jars on a towel in a draft-free area. These jars will rest for a full 24 hours. After 12 hours, I remove the rings and make sure they've all sealed, and they did. After resting 24 hours, I lightly wash, label, and place on the shelf. I hope this video gives you some ideas of what you can do with green tomatoes. And until next time, enjoy! If you like this video recipe, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button to receive my future recipes. Please feel free to share my channel with your friends and family. It really helps my channel grow and it is greatly appreciated. And until next time, much love!